Strokes are the fifth leading cause of death and a leading cause of long-term disability in the U.S., but few Americans know the signs of stroke.
Yeah, May is actually Stroke Awareness Month, and we want to make sure that you know what to look out for. In today's Health Watch, Fox 4's Marilyn Deutsch introduces us to a man who had a stroke and also to his wife, who fortunately knew what signs to look for and what to do next.
This was the tree.
Earl Larson is talking about a plum tree that blew down. He took a chainsaw to it, went to the porch, and then suffered a stroke. 1 year after that stroke now, Earl sometimes uses a footed cane, but he's on his way to a full recovery.
And I was standing right in this spot, and I felt a little bit weird. It felt like all my muscles fell asleep.
He dropped down.
When I asked him, "Are you having a stroke?" and then kind of, "I think so." I was like, "Oh, that's all slurred." And I said, "Yes, you are."
Fortunately, Donna knew the signs of stroke. Think, B fast, B for balance, E for eyes as in blurred, double, or lost vision. F is for facial drooping, A is for arm weakness, S is for speech difficulty, such as slurred speech, and T is for time, as in call 911 right away. Donna did that.
The essence of treating a stroke is time. So if you see it, number one, don't deny that you're seeing it.
As every minute passes, there's more and more brain cells, and in every minute there are millions of brain cells that are suffering and dying.
When a stroke patient comes into the hospital, the goal is treatment within 30 minutes. Dr. Patel could do that even though he was miles away.
All of a sudden, this monitor was wheeled in, and here was Dr. Patel on the monitor.
Providence used the telestroke robot to beam in Dr. Patel, who remembers diagnosing Earl.
When he came in, he was not able to move the left side. His speech was slurred to a point where I could not understand what he was saying.
Also important, Dr. Patel reached Donna right away for much-needed patient information, and she okayed the use of life-saving clot-busting medicine, which can only be used within the first few hours after a stroke. Rehab followed, and within months, Earl was back in the surf, fishing. Earl had a lot of help from doctors, nurses, and therapists, and there's one last thing he'd like to do.
And I still haven't had the chance to go back in and say, thanks. Someday.
Marilyn Deutsch, Good Day, Oregon.
Well, for more information on the signs and treatment of strokes, you can go to kptv.com and click on the Providence page.
Yeah, the key with that, and I speak from personal experiences, family members, is time.
Absolutely.
You want to get on 911.
Yeah.
The slightest sign, call 911. So